Hi, I'm Jen White Johnson. I am an art activist, disabled designer, HBCU design professor. Mi nombre es Jennifer. Soy un activista, un profesora de fotografía y design. And this is Tech Rap Queen.
Energy, vibes, inspiration. I'm Renee Reed, and this is Tech Rap Queen. Beautiful people, the royal court, welcome to this edition of Tech Rap Queen. And I'm always just so thrilled to be talking to amazing people, incredible guests. But I have to say, I'm a little bit biased when I get to talk to other queens in their own right. Queens who are able to show up, hold space, be the regal people that they are, doing what they need to do in their industries and in their crafts. And my next guest is that queen. Just a leader and just doing incredible things through design. And what I love about this person, this queen, is just how she shows up in design education. So a lot of people that we talk about on Tech Art Queen, they're showing up in industry, but love what this queen is doing in design education and design activism. So without further ado, I want to bring up the wonderful Jen White Johnson to the stage. Welcome to Tech Rap Queen.
That's right. Yes. Hi, because it would be a stage, right? Like,
Yes.
post pre-pandemic, but we've been able to make these beautiful audio sound waves through our computers, like our own stage.
Mm.
So to give a quick image description for the audience that may be seeing this at some point, what you see is a beautiful golden cinnamon skin autistic child. He was actually 7 years old when this photograph was taken in our backyard this past summer. In within the pandemic, and we wanted to continue to create these really beautiful, happy, soulful moments that uplifted just disability culture, specifically from a black and brown lens. Oftentimes, with disabled communities, you see very standard photos of disabled people. Whether they're wheelchair users or whether they, you know, there's no standard experience as a disabled person outside of injustices that so many disabled people face. But one of the things that is amplified so much through this image is joy, is just happiness. And he's wearing a gold short sleeve shirt that has a black power fist on it, and also a infinity symbol that represents neurodiversity and acceptance, specifically within the disability advocacy community. I mean, it means different things for different people. But oftentimes, like, the symbol that you will see that represents autism is a puzzle piece, which, um, to me, like, represents a little bit of an issue for myself, because oftentimes, we see like this singular puzzle piece that still can't find its way, and that's still lost. And in order for this puzzle piece to be a part of society and to be a part of societal norms, it has to be a part of a larger puzzle where it fits and where it assimilates and where it complies.
Yeah.
But with the infinity symbol, it's like this never ending circle of unity and togetherness. And I just really love what the symbol has come to represent for me. And I hadn't, and I tell a lot of people this, like, I hadn't really seen a lot of images or marks that represented disability and justice. There are tons of artists, Sins Invalid, Crip Hop Nation, so many writers and authors and thinkers that use their bodies as these really beautiful instruments, to help break down so many barriers. Um, but I still felt like there wasn't like an actual symbol that really just nested in like disability justice and in truth, that was created by like a black person. And then so underneath, well, within the actual black power fist and the infinity neurodiversity symbol, you see the words Black Disabled Lives Matter. And that was really a hashtag that I first saw in 2017, as we were losing so many disabled, bodies to state violence, and just police brutality, and so many community based and just violent spaces, violent narratives, where disabled people were viewed as disposable, and they still are. Just those words just really help. When you have all of those words combined with with the symbols, it just helps to amplify power, and like we're really reclaiming our bodies and our minds.
And this design that you've created, it's had so much power. I've just seen so much conversation about this image and the power of this image, including your son, of course. And I love how you are just thinking through what it could look like. And might I also say that he is definitely exuding some style,
Yes,
and I mean some swag. So
yes.
not just joy, but
Uh-huh.
definitely being the stylish little man that he is.
I
And I
appreciate
love
it.
that. Yes,
Thank you.
so much, and just the power of imagery, and the power of being able to tell that
Yeah,
narrative. I love that.
thank you. I really appreciate it, and it's something that definitely needs to be seen more, and needs to continue to be uplifted. And I know that there is a lot of hesitation with parents, and how far is going too far when sharing your children online and social media, and what does that mean, and is it exploitative, is it respectful. And it's something that I definitely have issues with, and I have trouble with it all the time. But it was interesting because and I'm sure you see this. It's either it's like inspiration porn, it's too much information, or what you do share is honorable, and it's respectful of your child's space. um and I share my child, no one else's kids, without their permission. And I post little disclaimers at times, especially if it's Knox, if he's dancing, if he's laughing. I'm like, posted with permission by my 8-year-old autistic son, or this message is coming from Knox. He wants to say hello to everybody. Um, and it helps to really break barriers. And a lot of it has to do with the heaviness and the oppressive spaces that social media can become. And it and you can like let it, either you can let it drain you, or you can let it feed you. And so that's really what I want to do. Like, I want to be a light, to feed people with happiness and joy. So I try to do a lot of mix of like my own personal design work, where there's no faces at all, it's just words. And really that's what the symbol was really about. Because I don't really separate photo from design, like they're one and the same, like they have the same kind of power for me. um so at one point it was like a lot of photography. Should I just share imagery? Should I share like really authentic Black and brown beauty and joy? And so that Black Disabled Lives Matter symbol was really kind of like my call to say, I can say something, and I can say it with a mark. I can say it with a symbol that's meant to just embolden a community. How is this artwork freeing people? And I said earlier, how is it feeding people? And how are people feeling uplifted and amplified? And how is your work creating a sense of a bigger community? And yeah, like that's really what it continues to be for me. There are oftentimes designers who really define you by like that one thing, or like that one aesthetic. And it's like, and as you know, it's always difficult for Black folk to just stick to just a standard aesthetic. Like, we are so many magical things, and we need to continue to be allowed to like release all of that magic in any form that it needs to be released. That's why I love the title of your podcast, like Tech Rap because there's like the beautiful textures and soulfulness behind like the art of the fabric and the textiles and the patterns, and how you create your adorned crowns. But then there's the essence of like the tech elements and the beautiful aspects of like the design narratives that coexist within all of that. That's just how we roll. Like we gotta roll like that. So
I love that you picked up on that.
mhm,
So
mhm.
good.
You know, one of the questions that you had listed on your like what you sent was, you know, like how am I finding joy, and it's just by like those little things, like creating, you know, something as little as like little buttons, you know what I mean, that say like amplify Black disabled lives, and playing with like different mediums and different spaces where I can kind of transform the symbol and to continue sharing it. And basically for the audience, like what you see here is like it's been sad because I can't really go out and rock like my little biker leather jacket anymore with like my buttons. For those of you who used to see me in person, I would have like my wide brim hat, and I would have like my motorcycle leather jacket, like that crazy like motorcycle mom or whatever. And then like I would be rocking so many pins from all my favorite designers. So I have like these little pennants that I just hang up like all over my room. And I put like my buttons. So there's like an assortment of buttons here that have the actual Black Power fist with the neurodiversity symbol, and also with just messages that say amplify Black disabled lives. And I, this was just really just something I was like, you know what, like let me see how I can continue to enjoy and have fun with all of these pieces of designs that I'm building, that I'm making, because it can continue to evolve. I want to keep creating like little zines, and you know, I want to keep making. This is actually a zine that a friend of mine made who works for Converse. Um, I did a cool zine making workshop with them. Um, uh, and so I prepare like these fun little toolkits for different spaces. And um, so basically like what you're seeing here is like a little foldable mini zine that has like words like collective liberation, tu lucha es mi lucha, which is your fight is my fight. Uh, you see patterns and these little really beautiful like scripted narratives or unscripted narratives, and that's photocopied, and that just basically comes alive through this little foldable zine, little mini zine.
I absolutely love
Yeah.
that. Wait, can you say that again? Mi lucha es tu lucha? What's the
Yes.
saying?
Yeah. So tu lucha es mi lucha, which is my fight is your fight.